First, start off with how the Asian markets are trading. And unlike yesterday's Wall Street session, the same can't be said for the Asian indices today. It's a bit of a red screen that you're seeing, barring the Taiwanese index, which is just above the flat line. Most of the other indices are trading with losses. The Hang Seng down 0.25%, but the Nikkei, after crossing 50,000 yesterday, seeing some profit booking, 0.4% lower. The Kospi also witnessing some profit booking today, 1.5% down on the South Korean benchmark. And the Shanghai Composite too is trading with gains or with losses of just around about 0.25%. So most of the Asian indices are trading lower this morning, failing to pick up on how Wall Street ended overnight. We'll get to that in just a bit, but pull up the GIFT Nifty. That will give you an idea of how our own markets are likely to start off. Well, a 42-point uptick. So if that goes as per plan, we would most likely open above the mark of 26,000 at the start of the monthly expiry trading session. But to set you up for today's trade, we have our research team here with the trade setup, the stocks that you need to keep an eye out for, and the setup on the FNO side of things as well. Firstly, Vinny joins in to get all the market cues that you need to watch out for. Vinny, good morning. What is on your radar this morning?
Hi, good morning, Horma. So firstly, just let me take you all through what happened in the US market. Indications that are coming in positive start as of now. Dow Jones, S&P 500, NASDAQ, all of them managed to, close at those record high levels. Hopes are of that US-China trade deal that will come in through the week, plus a lot more trade deals as well, as President Trump is meeting, his Japanese counterpart as well, the South Korean counterpart through the week. So that'll be important to watch out for. Also, Donald Trump did make a comment saying that, he feels good about the deal with China. So all hopes are going to be on that one. And obviously, when you're seeing in terms of the domestic flows that have come in, FII flows, they've actually been a seller in yesterday's trading session. 55 crores of sell coming in from FIIs, while DIIs have continued to be a buyers for 2,400 crores approximately. Now, important cues that we're keeping an eye out on: the two-day FOMC meet that starts today. So 2 days we'll watch out for that. IIP data on the domestic front, keep an eye out on that. We have AB Capital block deal that will be taking place today. So individual stock move that we could see coming in here. And a lot of earnings today. We have Adani Green Energy, Adani Total Gas. Then we have Happiest Minds, Nugent Software, GSPL, Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services, TVS Motors, among some of the important ones that we're keeping an eye out on. Do not forget, in terms of yesterday's trading session, Nifty intraday did cross the 26,000 mark. So it will be important to see in today's day, will we continue that momentum? Also, most of these frontline indices were seeing gains. Broader end of the market also did see gains, but the breadth of the market, that was very neutral. Nifty implied open indicating a 42-point uptick like you mentioned. Keep an eye out on that one.
Indeed. Vinny, thank you for that update. Over to Gaurav now, who will list out the stocks that you need to keep an eye out for today. Gaurav, good morning. What's on your list?
Well, let's talk about ISCL. A good set of number, because net profit that came in at around 7,610. It was higher than our expectation, and margins, those were also at around 8.2% higher than what we had estimated at 7.4%. Sona BLW, again good set of number what we saw here, because net profit that came in at around 173 crores, which was higher than our estimates, and at the same time margins also were higher than our own estimates. Apart from that, JK Tires, if you look at the results, net profit that increased almost by 64% on a year-on-year basis. Now it stands at around 221 crores. PNB Housing Finance, good set of number is what we saw. NIM compression was something which is a hiccup, but at the same time, net profit that increased almost by 33% on a year-on-year basis. Canara Robeco, AMC, the recently listed stock, if you look at the result here, now profit that has declined almost by 3% on a year-on-year basis, so stable quarter is what we can call it. Indus Tower, when we look at net profit, that declined almost by 17%, but what remained positive is the EBITDA margin. We have seen expansion sequentially, so that is something key positive here. Apart from that, when we talk about Mahindra Logistics, there we saw company reporting net losses once again on a year-on-year basis at around 10.4 crores. And lastly, let's also focus on Bata, because we saw net profit declining almost by 73% on a year-on-year basis. Apart from that, RVNL, now this company has recently won an order worth 165 crores. Dilip Bilcon, this company was declared as L1 for an order worth 879 crores. And lastly, as Vinny mentioned earlier, AB Capital will be on our radar, because the stock price is going to happen, the deal is going to happen at around 304.55 rupees per share as indicated. So definitely watching out on all these stocks in a trade today.
Gaurav, thank you for all of those stocks that you need to keep an eye out for. These are just earnings reactions, and there's a whole host of earnings coming out later in the day as well. Lastly, Sudarshan joins in with cues from the FNO space on today's monthly expiry session for the NSE contract. Sudarshan, good morning.
Good morning, Harmas. So historically, October has always been the month which has seen a big move. So this time also we have seen Nifty moving almost 5% higher in this series. But for today, two contrasting cues that we are getting. FIs have turned sellers again, and despite being the long exposure remaining around 25 to 26%. But the options data is indicating a range for Nifty that is likely to be in the range of 26,000 to 26,300. So we have to see exactly do FIs or our options data, whichever turns out correct, that we'll get to know in the near term. But as far as today is concerned, GIFT Nifty is indicating a start in the green for our market. In all probability, Nifty will open above 26,000. Yesterday on the flows front, FIs have sold almost 56 crore, while DIs have bought more than rupees 2,400 crore in the index futures. Two FIs have sold more than rupees 240 crore. FIs long exposure remains around 26%. They have added long positions, but the worst part is they have also added short positions of more than 5,300 contracts. As I told you in the options data, 25,900 put and 26,000 put have seen huge increase in the open interest, but at the same time, premium has seen a sharp fall. On the call side, 26,500 call was very active. So support for Nifty remains around 25,720, resistance 26,100. Two stocks remain in the band. Those are SAIL and Saman Capital. Keep an eye on two stocks, Indian Bank and Exide. Both these stocks are seeing fresh longs.
Indeed, keep an eye out on both of these names, Saman Capital and SAIL, remaining in the FNO ban. Sudarshan, thank you for that update.